Durant, mute yourself. We're live. We're live. Welcome, YouTube.
Yeah, a little busy, but
Mute
you
your mic.
know,
Durant, mute your mic. We live. We live. How you doing, YouTube? Welcome with another day with Trade and Live with KC. As we're already started, we're setting up for a little bit of news report. So trade these markets. Try to get him to mute his mic. Yeah, I'm muting him. Durant.
Yeah.
I had to mute your mic.
Okay.
Because we live right now.
All right. No problem.
Anyway, back on it. Okay, so now we have pound yen trading in a range which we marked out. We have our range high set up at 132.47 and our range low at 131.78.
Okay.
So now, if we trade above these, we know we're going long. Well, we'll know long before that we're going long, but we know if it breaks out of the range, those are the areas it needs to break.
Right.
But yeah, so going back to here, this is the second band I'm talking about, the bottom side band.
Yeah.
So we tested short-term expansion. You see how we had short-term expansion here?
Yeah.
And long-term wasn't phased. It popped a little bit, but then it just faded out. So we had a bunch of short-term expansion while we had long-term compression. That's what created our range trade. Ideally, you want both long-term and short-term expanding together. That's what creates our trend.
Right.
So, as we could see, and we could go back yesterday a little bit, you see here where we had long-term flat, and short-term expanding, long-term expanding, and we have trend.
Okay.
Then when, like I said, if our thing is, if we expect expansion to continue, we should be staying in this upper part. Anytime we exit that upper part, we want to start protecting our position if you're in it. But if you see it holds or get reason for it to hold, you'll see that by maybe seeing that we're flat. We still have a lot here. We let me put up our thing. Let me put up, because I have the what's it name off, the stop loss line off. So let me put it on so you see what I'm talking about. So this is our stop loss line, right?
Right.
As long as we don't violate it, we're in trade, right?
Right.
So once we violate it here, you're done.
Yeah.
That trade done. If, let's say, there's no saying that you can't take a piece going down, but you have to reverse the rule.
Right.
Meaning, if you recross it, then you close the position, right?
Right.
That's why I was saying over here, without even having our, let me dig this up. without even having this on, I knew what we wanted to do was take anytime it came down to the bottom, we want to take that side of the trade, that
Right.
side of the range. We want to buy down here, sell up here.
Right.
But you got to wait for it to play on. And like I said, if just keeping an eye on the 1 hour side, we have an idea what's going on. We're bouncing between these two levels right here,
Yeah.
the midpoint and R1 on our weekly, while the 1 hour is going into compression.
Right.
So
Okay.
if I drop down to the 30 minutes, look at our 30 minutes, it's ready to explode.
Yeah. But you have it compressing.
Yeah, it's compressing. Compression leads to expansion.
Yeah.
The tighter the expansion, the tighter the compression, the better
Right.
move you're gonna get. So it's from here, from this whole time, it's just a waiting game.
Right.
Just a
Build up
waiting
some
game.
pressure.
Yeah, nothing happened yet. This is just a time if you want to make a little money, get out, make a little money, but you got to be, something is going to blast us out of this ring. Right now, what you could do, you could put a pending order high and a pending order low.
Oh, right.
Like right now, I could set up this. This is what I could do. I could go over here, a sell, and then I can do a buy stop here. So I got both sides covered. So if that thing explodes, I would keep it right outside it, because if I know it hit that level, it has to expand. That's the side it has to expand from. I can do all this before the trade goes.
Okay.
Give myself a little bit closer on the top side, because I'm still favoring the top side because we're in the buy side.
Right.
So I'm favoring it, and I can go ahead and put in my stop loss already. I'll write in modify it. Stop. I'll write if it goes. I'll just stop at about 132.24.
Right under.
132.24. And it asks you how long you want to keep this thing open. It's usually have it for the day. So look, that's the order right there for that. And this reverse for the other one. Like we're going to put a stop at about, but you want to give it enough room, because what they like to do is go opposite way first.
Yeah. To
and
shake you
then
up.
to open up the zone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Open up the zone. I'm gonna drop this one a little bit. Where's pivot? Because I'm really not interested in it until it's under pivot. Let's say one.
Pivot is at
172.
131.72.
32, right?
131.72.
Entry. What was the entry?
The pivot is 131.72.
72. Okay, let's see where that sets us. Okay, pivot's there. So I want to be below pivot a little bit. give it that room. A little, at least below this level here. Is that too much? 49, that's a little too much. There's a level there. So I don't know. 72 is entry. So let me.
Go just above the level. What this pivot is your, that's your stop loss you're putting it on?
You know what? I don't want the sell side. If this go to sell side, I can enter that myself.
Right.
I just don't want to miss the buy side.
Okay.
For right now. That entry is way up there. So I will know on the 15-minute what I need to do with that position. That entry is almost by target. So where's it? You know, I'm not gonna do that because I'm seeing a better option here on the 15-minute. I'm seeing on the 15-minute, we could just we could just wait for whatever happen, and then make our decision because we still have our stop loss level to read anyway.
Okay.
What time you said the news come out?
Oh, it should be out already. 9:30.
9:30.
He is speaking, so it's not one bit of news.
So I didn't. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Maybe we need to find another pair.
Yeah, but as he speak and he say one thing, he could.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is this is still setting up. You know what I'm saying? Once it get going, we don't have to get it right at the beginning.
Right.
We just need when this is not what we were looking for. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be. We'll check around and come back to this one. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what's out there. Might be something. Let's check EN. What is going on? Because sometimes here's some action. EN is got long term ticking up a little bit. Short term is on its break here.
EN is in selling mode.
I think right here, I would have entered right here. We probably just missed this entry. We could still take it now, but we'd have to give up. Right now, we'd be giving up about 15. I don't know if it's, but we have a chance to get. We're risking for 50-50 right now. Let's see what our 1 hour is still in our.
It's still selling.
It's still in the sell zone here.
Yeah.
Let's beanie this up. See where we are in our weekly target.
And the
cleared M2. This week we come a long way on this pair. We started all the way at M3.
And it dropped a lot.
We hung around pivot for a little while. We went to pivot, kissed the midpoint, then we broke out. Came back, hung around this guy for a little while, and broke out of that. So
it generally kind of downturn.
This 1 hour short term is outside a long term. So
yes, with you.
See something here. We're gonna come back to this one, but we need to keep an eye on this one.
On the 15 though, you see it's
if you want, you could take an aggressive buy on the 15 right now.
On the 15, it went into fuel.
It went into what?
It went into that fuel.
Yeah. That's what I said. Your re-entry would have been right about here. because you would have been able to get right now. You could get in, but you're using it's a 15 pip risk for a possible 30 pip gain. It's a 50-50 right now.
You know, on my chat, I don't have the Trend Magic app.
Well,
Okay,
the Trend Magic, I use it the same as it's run a close relationship with our stop level. Remember, the stop level's still on the chart. That stop level.
I just got it back.
The stop level is at, let me see. Stop level, they got it marked at, stop loss should be 79.17.
Yeah, but if that's 47 pips away from the.
Yeah, that's way up. That's why I use Magic Trend, because I use these breaks of Magic Trend when I know when I see this, I need to make a decision. When I see this, I would have wait for it to come back to here to take my entry with my stop above here. And as soon as this bend, then I bring that stop down to here. It closes that stop. That's why I said right now we have to wait because we're outside of it.
We're outside.
We're teetering that outside of that.
Just about there, really.
Right about where?
Well, it's just about to get inside. Not inside right now.
Yeah, but look at your levels too. Remember, we just cleared target 1 right here. This was the target 1 clearance.
Yeah, and it closed, and it's on 2.
Retested target 1, then we cleared target 2, came back sideways, went into compression, and then we're above target 2. We're hanging in
target 2 again right now.
So for me and you, this trade would have been done for the day.
Okay.
We would have entered up here as our early entry and here as our late entry.
Okay.
Target 1, target 2.
If it closed under target 2 right now, is it a go?
But it was a go before. What I was saying is you could have got in you could get in still right now because you know you have fuel and there's not the reversal point, but you're going to be risking at this point because we keep talking.
Yeah, you're risking 47 pips.
We're right now it's 15 pips plus your spread. So whatever the spread is plus 14 is what it'll cost you. So right now the spread is 2, so it's gonna cost you 16 points right now. The ideal one to get in, I like getting in on, if I'm selling, I like to get in on the opposite candle near. This is what I do. When we're inside of here, right? Then I use this as my entry area. But when we're outside of it, I use the Magic Trend as my gauge for how much risk I want to take. You understand?
Yeah.
Because I don't have any if the trend is to continue, we expect to stay inside the zone, right? But when we come out of the zone, when we come out of the zone, the only thing that protects us is Magic Trend. And I don't want to be 15 points away. It might hold it, but if it doesn't hold it, it's going to cost me 16 points just for it to get back to Magic Trend. It's like you missed the train and you're chasing it, is what I'm saying.
Right.
This was our entry right here. Any one of these two was our entry. Right here. You can still get it, but you're chasing the train. I'm just saying I am not comfortable doing that. And remember, that's our first touch of Magic Trend since it broke down, since we broke right here. This was the last time it touched Magic Trend, right?
Okay. Okay, one.
It hasn't touched.
Yep. No.
What you said?
I said no, it haven't touched it.
Yeah, it hasn't touched yet. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel comfortable taking it here, because
Right.
it's not the first or second time. It's the first. I would rather take a chance on the first time than the second or the third, or the third and the fourth.
Right.
Because outside of Magic Trend, we're only protected with the lower band and the upper band.
Okay. I'm watching it here.
So this would have been this right here is your first entry, right? With your
Yes.
stop above Magic Trend, right?
Right.
Once you start to see this rally, you're still sticking with the trend.
Yeah.
If you miss it, you want to get in on an opposite candle. This green candle, I want to go down, so I want green candle. If I want to go up, then I want a red candle to enter on.
Okay.
Because I'm using the back, it's like that candle back up, then I'm going to add my 15 pips with it.
Right. Right.
So let's say I get in on this candle. I'm getting in down here plus the stop I need.
Right.
So I already know I need a stop here. Oh, I gotta plug my mouse in. I'm using my finger. My mouse isn't plugged in. But we're gonna watch that thing play out. So let's say we missed when this candle closed. You wait for this candle to close, this long candle. So this candle just wiped out 5 candles, right?
Yep. 1.
So and it closed on the Magic Trend, and so this candle, you as soon as a couple seconds, I use it to the last 15 seconds of this one, I'm entering the position. So you enter here with your stop above it.
Okay.
So
clean entry.
Yes. And this tells here our entry thing right here. Remember the cross? Theirs is a little later than Magic Trend. So during that dance period, while it's sideways, you know that's your short term setting up, right?
Okay, yeah.
But you're still in the sell barrier, right?
Yes, yeah.
So that's why I said you get in on instead of getting in like at the bottoms of these red candles, find a green candle, then you using whatever you got at the close of that green candle plus Magic Trend, because other than that, it's quite a gap, 18 points, especially when you're trading at, you're doing it at 50 cents, it might not matter, but anyway, and it just did everything we talked about. It short term dropped a little bit, then it started moving again. Once it gets up to 10 though, this is where the problem comes. That's why we started getting these chop sideways. Now it get a chance to reset. So we need to hang out, because if it starts to tick up again, which okay, we're back in the zone.
Closed in the zone though.
Huh?
Closed in the zone.
Yeah. You sure New York don't have any news at 10 o'clock? Let me see if New York has anything.
I don't think New York has news at 10 o'clock.
Nothing going on in New York. Canada got more going on.
Canada had a lot of stuff going on.
Wait, no, okay, that news was Governor Bailey speak, I guess. There is something going on in Europe.
Yeah, in England they had something going on.
Yeah, they got consumer confidence. It came out good. The expected was minus 23 and the actual was 19. Consumer confidence. It's not a red folder, but whatever.
Bailey's still speaking, and that once he's talking,
so we've had, if you look at the 1 hour, we've had 3 hours of sideways. It looks like we're working on our third or fourth hour of sideways, pretty much. This is why I said I wouldn't take that chance from there, because one, we got two problems here. We're sticking on that
on the line
on target 2.
Yeah. The second support is right there.
Mm-hmm. When you say right here, where are you talking about? Because I don't.
It's sitting on support too. 78.67.
Yeah. It's sitting on support too. I don't. Let's see here. Blow this one up a little bit. The 1 hour side.
That support might be really supporting it.
Let me see, what level is this band on? Put it right there. It looked like 78.93 here. So that's gonna go right back into support 1 if it's to touch, because it hasn't touched the first inside band yet, and it's been sideways. So we having a compression issue on this one, on the 1 hour.
Yeah, and the fast trend not separating from the slow trend.
Because we've been basically chopping between here and here. We're basically sideways and out of this zone right here. Look at it. I'll box it in.
Yeah.
Look at all these wicks. I'll put it above the wick. We're sideways and out of this zone right here.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. But even if we shoot up to S1, we're still in the sell zone of the 1 hour.
Yes. Yeah.
So we just need to keep an eye on this touching the top of that sell zone. We'll see what happens. If we get a closed candle above magic trend, we will take a shot at it and put our stop underneath.
Oh, you mean long?
Yeah.
Because it could be a continuation from that.
Yeah, we are shooting out of the zone on the 1 hour. Because compression leads. This is what we're expecting. When price compress, that means we're expecting to make a run towards this. Either we're gonna go meet this, or this is gonna go meet us. However it's gonna be done. But that would create an up move on the smaller time frame. Yes. So we got two things we're watching. We're seeing that level, this 78 56 is holding for right now,
Yeah.
and we're gonna see what happens if it gets up to
Support
our,
one.
all right, now you're down to a 7 pip risk. If you take the position here to sell and a short stop to your stop needs to be right above it. If you go above it, you close it. You have that stop.
Wouldn't be the stop above the support?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm not gonna take it from down here. Right here would have been a decent risk. It would have been that's not a bad risk. What, about 9 pips risk? And you're getting for 40 pips. Anywhere this blue line is here, you can enter. You just got to put the stop loss above that trend. If price poke above that, you need to reset the position. This is flattening out all the way. Look at this. It's almost down to 0.3. We just got to be patient. We're going to see what we want in a minute here. If you're looking for a sell right now, you can enter at any time right now. If you want to be patient, just give it an extra minute. I'd wait. Right now, I'm more apt to see what happened at the 1 hour first standard deviation, which is target 1, support 1 area.
Yeah.
Did I bring a spoon in here? Where's my spoon? I don't know where anything is in this office. I need something hot. I need something hot. Hot. Keep an eye out. We got the action we need.
Right.
I like trading to targets. I hate trading away from targets. I didn't get a chance to do a quick brief of all the pairs I was looking into. I'm gonna put a light runner here. It's not a heavy, but maybe I'll add positions later. I don't want to wait too late. I'm gonna put the stop. Let me hurry up, put the stop before they run me out. push me out on the stop. Gonna push me out. I want you to be patient. Took out the targets already, so I don't know if this is gonna survive because target 1 and target 2 are hit already, so perfect time to violate this. We'll see. See if we get any resistance at target 1.
Like it has some resistance.
What'd you happen?
Look like it has some resistance.
Yeah, a little bit. But I don't like that. That's a large candle coming out of there.
Yeah.
That is a large candle, sir. Come on, sellers, help a brother out.
Right on the top, on the top.
Yeah, got a pushback. A little bit of a pushback. That's the first touch since the break.
Yeah, since object.
Yep. And like I said, the stop, let me bring back in the, what's it name? Because the stop is still a good ways off. I want to see the thing on the chart live, our stop level. Okay, see, I'm in the right place. My stop level, you see how it's dropping? Stop level still working its way down.
Okay.
See, I believe in fantastic finishes, unless this is what they call the fantastic finish, this candle here. But this candle looked like this. I still think the market has one more move left. But really, they had one drop here, two moves. We're trying to capitalize on the third move of this. Yeah, so might not be as strong as the last few ones. But like I said, I can't control. There's only two things I can control.
Right.
My entry and my exit. And then just let it do what it do. I can't control anything else. I'm at the mercy of the market.
Right.
But what I can do is make my tea here. That's what I am gonna do. Hey, watch that trade for me. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get something.
All right. Good.
we completely lifted off that second area. I need to. I don't like what I'm seeing. We're actually outside right now of our 15-minute trending area.
Yes. So that's like more interesting in going long.
But I still feel like I got downside strength still though. That it's not ready to cross over yet, just looking at my 1 hour. But like I said, that's not in my control right now. I still feel like there's one more drop left. If it's not, then it's not. That's what it is.
That's it.
That's it. I think I'll have enough money to do another trade.
It's not. The magic trend is
it's holding. Magic trend is holding.
Yeah.
I get a red 15-minute candle. This thing is rolling. Okay, now we're seeing short term starting to tick up. We're getting an expansion signal on the both sides.
Yeah. I'm really ready to run north.
All right. I need to I'm following my stop with the purple. I'm not pushing no further than that. If that's down there, I'm down there. You see what I did?
Right. Bring it down to
when they come down, because it's not gonna close the position until we hit that purple. It's gonna tell me I need to close. That's why I didn't want to get in way down there to use that many points. If it come within a certain amount of point, I don't mind. Well, we're getting there. But the only thing I'm upset about is still we're outside of that one band. Let's see if they do the switch. Once they do the switch on the other side, well, it'll take me out anyway. It took me out. Looked like they took me out early. Did they take me out early?
It must have a tail on it.
Yeah, it must have had I thought it was. Dang, all right. Well, we'll still keep an eye on it, see what's up. If we get that switch. I hate that. I hate that if I pulled it down too quick. It looks like, and it is what it is. went right up to that one that we talked about.
Check it out. Wow. Check it out. Wow.
If I didn't move that stop, that thing would have still. I probably moved a tick too
You know?
early, huh?
Hey. Oh, yeah.
It looked like I moved it a tip too early.
Right.
It's all right, but like I said, you plan, and the market does the rest. I don't control that, brother.
Back up now.
Hmm. Well, we know we're outside that zone, so we're in that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we know what's going on there. Well, I was just hoping for a retest of that low. You know what I'm saying? If we take out that, I was trying to take a chance on taking out that low again.
Right now.
Either way, we got to wait for a closed candle.
Hour is about to cross out of the trend line. Is that close out of the trend line?
What was that? Say that again.
Look on the hour. If it close out of the trend line, then that would be.
If it closes,
That would be a
remember
buy.
we got
Or
3
if it
minutes
close on the
left
middle line.
on. We got 3 minutes left on this 15-minute candle. So if it stays above magic trend, we have another option to go long with our stop below our magic trend.
Right. Right.
If we had a situation where
Go long and put the stop below.
yeah, if we had a situation where we were coming out of here, but our 1 hour wasn't in that trend zone,
Yeah.
this would have been a great entry for me. But the fact that you're still in that trend zone, it's risky.
Okay. Okay. That's
Meaning, like,
yeah.
look at it up here. You see, when we're coming out of this zone here, we know we have sellers on our side. This right here,
Yeah.
let me locate that time. That's 11 o'clock candle. This was the 1 hour 11 o'clock candle.
Okay.
So we're more apt to take this one coming out of here than take this one coming out of here, because it's against trend, and it's tempting, but you don't want to fight the trend. And you see how it was saying that candle still has one minute of fighting left. So the fight is between if it stays above this our buy area, or gets kicked back into the sell area. So you're gonna see this go through a series of battles in the next hour, because this 11 o'clock candle is gonna be very important. Let me pre-set up for how much I want to put on the next position. I usually like to take a $3.30 entry and sometimes I double or I triple it up.
And it come right back there.
Yeah, it's battling. It's a fight, man. Trading is a war. It's a war. And that's why I record this. I can go back and rewatch that battle, and I like studying this stuff. Because it's when you studying these candles are dead, man. These are dead.
Yeah.
This is live.
That's the only live one.
The 15-minute I can, see Magic Trend win.
Yep.
Magic Trend win.
Right under.
It used up the whole 15 minutes to get the win.
Wow. Yep.
So even if it back and forth during this candle, even go up a little bit back and forth, it's still not considered closed above it.
Right.
So what I'm saying is the sell trade is still open. It's just that I made my stop loss too tight.
Right.
So that's why I said losing a trade doesn't mean you are wrong. There could be many reasons you are wrong for, but you learn from it. You learn from it, and you just say, all right, I see, maybe I pulled it down. I had the thing in the right spot. I pulled it down and I'm sticking with the reason I gave you, because my stop loss thing here that's here to help me move down. So I don't need to be beyond where they are.
Right.
Remember, this right here was over here for this entry here. Now we got our new entry. This is our new entry. Pending order. Buy stop. If it goes,
above that you want to buy.
Yeah.
How about 1.788? And not too tight?
Yeah, it might be, but it's there. Now, if we shoot down to 2 again and don't re-enter the zone, there's a good chance that it's gonna hold up. The buy is gonna hold up.
Okay. Right.
What we can do too, we can cheat. How do you cheat?
Cheat?
Yeah, how do we cheat instead of sitting on this 15-minute?
Oh, to go to a smaller time frame like 5 or 1?
Exactly. Look at what we're battling on that 5. Ugh.
Going into compression.
No, so it looked like, you know what? That sell is gonna, I think that this thing is gonna sell, outside of long term. Short term is outside of long term. Fighting resistance. Let's see where this breaks out. is 15. See, they spiked me with this. That's what they did, like you said.
Yeah.
They spike it. I was able to spike it and move my thing. But buyers are in charge because it's chased out of the zone right now.
Yeah.
Buyers are in charge.
Still the last red candle, the last long candle.
This one?
Yeah, they didn't close above that yet.
No. No. Remember what I said? When we're moving back to here, the moves are gonna be more jagged. It's away from there that you have the smoother move.
That's right.
Well, I got my break. Do you eat eggs?
I eat eggs, yeah.
Yeah, I got my breakfast sandwich. I always bring my little setup with me. Get out of the way. Oh, I forgot something. That cell is still alive, man.
Yep.
They know where you want to put your stuff. See, they know. That's when you shake your head and said, "You got me," because they know where the stops need to be. They know. They know. And if you try to get greedy and move it, you will pay for it.
Yep.
Now, if what I should have done was, had I just been a little bit more patient, because as you could have seen before, when our stop loss line was kind of on the move, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't set.
Yeah.
It wasn't. If I would have kind of kept it, but you know what? That being said, we still could have re-entered after that shutdown. I still not comfortable with that low. I think we're gonna go after that low. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's why I said, anytime you got your 1 hour in the heavy sell area, trying to take a buy right here is very risky. Unless you grab that little profit when you came out of there. Look at that.
Whoa.
Sweet G's. Welcome to trading. Welcome to trading. I would have been sitting on 13, 14 points. That's what I told you yesterday. You could be right and still lose. If you don't know what you're doing, this ain't a guessing game. You have to know what you're doing. Yeah, we might tap that target 2 again. But you know what? Here's what we want to keep an eye on, D. The low area here.
Yeah.
And by the expansion of that band, you know what? Over in that area, we're looking like, for right now, we're right about in this area right now. The low area here.
Yeah.
And by the expansion if it continues, of that band, you know what? If it falls back inside this zone, it's going to continue. But if it stays out of it, if it stays above 2,
that's support.
If this support holds, then pretty much we're going to be getting out of this 1 hour sell zone.
That's support.
If this support holds, then pretty much we're going to be getting out of this 1 hour sell zone. For the people that's doing their reversals, that's their entry right there.
Okay.
For the people that's doing their reversals,
I'm getting an echo from you.
That's their entry right there. Say that again.
I'm getting an echo from you. When you speak.
Oh, I know what I did. I'm sorry. Do you still hear it?
No.
Okay. There's a lot of different settings for the live. And when you're trying to do certain things, it gives feedback because it's basically like hearing the same. I'm repeating something and it's repeating it again, and then it does it again and again and creates an error in the system. We done flew past 10:30 already.
Oh, yeah.
Time rock out. My problem is that 1 hour, man. You see how that short term is just flat. It's just everything
separated.
Can't get nothing. They ain't doing nothing. It's still ranging over there. It's still range bound.
Yes, flat.
1 second, Brother Martin. 1 second, D. That was your friends calling me, Durant.
Who's that?
We're live, so don't say anything.
Okay.
Always something. Always something. Always something. I'll call you about that after. I'm scared to leave this pair right now. I want to go on to something else, but I know this thing has a full tank of gas, man. And on the short term, on the 15-minute, and I know the 1 hour isn't doing anything, but I can't make a decision because the market hasn't made a decision yet.
Right, it's still
Until we clear magic trend, we're still in down mode.
Yes.
That's why I said, even you see how this candle looked like the market is selling, and I told you we have to wait till the 15-minute candle close, and when the 15-minute close, it closed right under there, right?
Yep.
So you can't make a decision. Why you see me waiting here? There's no place to make a decision. I couldn't make a decision here unless it's a sell decision. I couldn't make a decision here unless it's a sell decision, because although we went up, the candle still closed under the level that we're watching.
Right.
So I couldn't make a decision. And the one trade I made was the sell trade when I was right in this area here. But unfortunately, it used up the 14 pips or whatever. I had less than that, thank goodness. But it used up 14 points from where I got in to get out. And that's why I was telling you before, let's say I wanted to sell in here. I would have had to use all these pips plus the 14 that they just ate me. You understand?
Right.
That's why it's so critical to stick to your rules. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I wanted to get it. I know it's still selling. You know it's still selling. Yeah. But do I want to spend that kind of money to find that out? Because if you do $7 from here times 23, it's a lot of money.
Yep.
For not being patient. You got to work it. It's a real job, and you have to follow the rules. You just don't get in because you got to follow your rules. If whatever rules you said you're gonna follow, that's the way you trade buy. I couldn't take the buy because I wasn't getting a buy signal. The only way I get the buy, my early buy signal would have been down here, right?
Yeah.
I said outside of here, we could take the buy. But I said, because we're still stuck in the zone, and I know we've been sideways, and all we've been doing is sideways and to basically try to escape out of here.
Right.
But we're not out of there yet. So that's why I couldn't take that buy. I didn't want to take that buy knowing that I'm in a heavy sell zone. Couldn't do it. And like I said, I lost the trade, but it was a good trade. It was a good trade. Yeah, because I put in a 10 pip stop loss, this candle right here took care of that business. It knows where this is where my original stop is supposed to be. But then this thing, at the time I was in the trade, this thing dropped. So, but it wasn't completely flat yet. It didn't go flat. You see how it go flat now?
Yeah, it's flat. No.
That's when I should have moved it, not when it was angling.
Okay.
When it go flat, I moved it. It would have saved me from this.
Okay.
Although I would have had a heavier risk in there, whatever. But at the same time, when this candle, if I was truly about the trade, when this candle closed here, I should have immediately entered back on this one.
Okay. And put the stuff above that.
The same
Upper line.
place.
Right.
Yeah, it's the same trade.
Right.
It's the same trade. This is not a different trade. It's the same trade.
Right.
We're just waiting to see, you know, what happened. And generally, what I used to tell people that wait till it get above 0.5 on, because by the time it reaches, if this closes above 0.5, you have your direction.
Okay.
But anything below 0.5, you're generally still scrambling at the moment.
Okay.
You could still hear the music?
Slightly.
Yeah, I can't. Because of all the things I would have to get my headphones attached to the other thing, which I'm gonna do. Then I can hear it. But the problem is I would hear myself repeating to you over. So it's kind of hard for me to kind of watch it and do it. Distracting too. So okay, here we go with another test. Can we break out of this zone yet? Are we ready? So while I'm at it, here's the problem. We bought 5 gallons of paint, right?
Yeah.
And because that paint is so different,
Yeah.
now you could tell the unpainted areas.
The 5 gallon finish or is still up paint?
Finish.
What do they want? More paint?
Yeah. But now we have to get the same paint because we have to finish those spots that hasn't been gotten to yet. I wonder how that 5. I did so much with 1 gallon. I wonder. And he said he ran out. He ran out. What are you gonna do? I need out of paint. Ian being a pain, man. If we were on earlier today, boy, we would have had a nice run.
From what?
On this same pair.
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah.
It ran good today. That what is that? If I'm measuring it from entry, you're talking about 97 pips. Shoot, I'd be happy with 40 of those. 40 times 7? I'd be happy with that. That's not a bad work day.
Yeah, look like you.
$264 for 40 points. Shoot, by the time it got over here, I might have stepped it up a little bit. And that's another thing you want to do. You want to set, once you get going, you want to set your, what your daily goal is.
Right.
Whatever. And then, that's when your work day done. Not that you can control what happened, but you said that's what you're shooting for. I would say make a not a dollar amount, I'll make a pip amount, a pip
Right.
target per day.
Right.
Because then eventually you just match your dollars up to the pips you want to
Right.
make for the day. You say, listen, I get 50 pips, I'm good. And then you just gotta calculate what you when you see that you're getting the main thing we want to look for to do is consistency, right?
Yeah.
So we're not looking for home runs, you know. If we get it, we'll take it. But we're just looking to get on base, get on base, get on base. Just chop wood every day.
Right.
In doing that, just like they do in baseball, them guys don't hit home run all the time. They play 165 games. They're the world's greatest player out of 165 games if they hit 40 home runs.
Right.
So
Keep chipping away at it.
we know that we can I think a good target I would want to start with is a 50 pip target. Your goal is 50 pips.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
And-
50 pips, you can do plenty.
that's plenty. Let me tell you something. You know how much pips this did for today? For the whole day since yesterday at 5 o'clock, it did 100 down, 100 up, and 100 down again. 135 down.
Yeah.
So this thing just chopped up. It's over 300 points for the day already.
Wow.
So the money is in the market. You just gotta manage you be patient and take your it's like this. We could just wait for your pitch. Take something that's familiar to you.
Right.
It'd be nice to get all 300 pips, but I think it's a fair estimate to say, could I get 50 out of the 100? You know,
Sure.
then you start saying to yourself, maybe I get 100 pip for the day. And remember, listen, let's say you usually take a $5 trade, right?
Right.
Let's say this one candle right here alone moved 39 pip, right?
Okay.
So if you double up for this one trade, what you would normally do, you have your pip for the day. So you have 30. You take two of your normal lots on one candle, and guess what? You have your thing for one day. You just gotta wait for the setup. When you're in trend, you know what this sideways is telling you. But now we know right now we're in kind of a transition, because the 1 hour is telling us that market is this 1 hour expansion that we've been in for a while. It started over here, right?
Yeah.
We kind of dipped a few times, compressed a little bit, worked our way back to the means, started, compressed a little bit, worked our way back to the means again, and then stop and go. And now this short term is kind of holding us at bay right now.
Yeah, he not doing much.
And probably the market, probably Europe is about to close. And New Zealand, what time is it in New Zealand?
Good morning.
They might be closed right now. We're probably looking at something that's closed. But I know this pair. New Zealand is 3 a.m. in the morning right now.
But they might be a good 7 o'clock in the evening pair. What time did the run start?
This run start. Let me go back. Yesterday, this was 5 o'clock New York time. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. They ran good last night.
Okay.
They chopped for a little while. What, so this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. They started again. That's during the European time. You see this? This is the 4 in the morning candle. Look at the 4 in the morning, look at the 5 in the morning, look at the 6 in the morning.
Nice drive.
And then we've been sideways ever since. Here's our sideways range right here, ever since that. So for the last 5 hours, we've been in this. This is the slowest they've been all day. These are the smallest candles they've had. You wanna, that's why I said, if we had a trading room where we have different people on different pairs that they like, then we could stop over and still see what's going on our pair, you know? If you know that we're sitting here waiting for the transition right now. All right, here we go.
Trading room is here, right? Trading room is here.
But we all gotta be on, that's how I said, we all gotta be on the same training eye. You know, if we're all thinking different and don't want to learn, then it makes it hard. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
So that's part of the issue. But in life, you gotta start with what you have.
And if we can't work with Glenn, we get somebody else.
Listen, there's plenty of people will love to work with us once we get going. I start with 1, you make 2, you're comfortable making money every day, then something has to give. You think the world is gonna sit there and let us make all the money by ourselves? Say, wait, what are you guys doing that I'm not doing? Let's join up.
We have the room.
But like I said, with the advent of the internet, you don't need the room. We just got to be on one accord, just like we're doing right now. You're looking at all your screens. You're doing. You could do what you need to do there. I could do what I need to do there. Or what if somebody needs a situation, then we could set that. Then it's there. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
the most important thing is us being consistent first. Once we are consistent, then everything else will take care of itself. Once you don't have to worry about training mode, you could point stuff out to me and then we take a look, we do whatever. But being the fact that, you know, we make it you're responsible to me, I'm responsible to you, it makes it like a situation that you're not on your own.
Right.
You know,
we can definitely do that. Definitely.
This thing, telling you that trade is still alive. You see how look at, there's a big fight on this line. You know, you see the fight. There's a heavy fight, man.
The trade is still alive. Yeah.
Heavy fight. But like I said, you learn every day, you know, and like I said, that's why I record these sessions, man, because it's nothing like watching live candle. Saying do this when this happened. The person, you haven't learned to sit there. We've sat here, we saw this we've been here since this 15-minute candle. We've been working through all this. But when I explain this, you're explaining this in 2 hours worth of material. You're telling somebody in 2 seconds. How could they understand it? It's the movement of the candle back and forth. You need that experience.
Killing cell.
We're gonna go till 11:30, and then we know we got some work to do this afternoon. Especially, we know that this pair seem to do good. That, well, like I said, you can't also get too hung up on thinking you know when something's gonna happen.
True.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Yes, sir.
Whatever your trade time is, you just find the work during that trade time. Because like the trading, if you look at it, there's always another move coming. So, you just gotta put through and do the work. I hate to leave, but I kind of want to see something before. Let's see what that pound is looking like. Because that one, they love that in New York session.
How
They
was it?
Pound dollar.
Pound dollar.
And that's a New York session one right here.
All that thing scrambling all over the place.
Can you see it now?
Hey, that's scrambling all over the place.
Mine is?
No.
Yeah, it's scrambling.
The pound is chop.
But no, not for us. Look, it's clean for us. Look at the short term. Short term, make a move, take a rest, make a move, take a rest, make a move. And that's these moves you see here. Remember, it's above magic trend, right? So
Yeah.
anything long, anything long, anything long, anything long, anything long. This one kills it. And you still have this spike. You see this spike candle?
I can wait on the pivot. Whoa.
Yeah. Spiked all the way and still closed above. And look, paid out. 37 points. Once you know, that's why I said we're gonna wait. Here's another secret. Here's another secret. Let's go back to that EM. It's not really a secret, but I call it a secret. Is what I call the known and the unknown. Magic trend give us our known. What I mean by that, we don't know where it's gonna stop here, right?
Yeah.
But we know where the top is.
Right.
So you always know your sell areas.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's gonna take us, but you know it. Let me go back to that pound as a prime example. We're not getting it on here, but like I said, trade, nothing is cut and dry in trading. So we know that we're selling right over here, right?
Yeah.
So, but we know where the top, the cap part of the selling is. So if we close up here, selling done, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know where the bottom is. We have our levels, we have our target, but we don't know where they run. So that's why I said, let's work with the known. Right here, we're selling. Now the selling is coming back. We're testing this, right? So we test this, it doesn't, we have a close above here. So the buying starts, right?
Right.
So this is a buy here, this is here already. We don't know how far it's gonna go, but you know if you're gonna take a buy, this is where close to where you want to be, because this is close to where your stop loss is gonna be.
Right.
This is another one, right? This is another one, right? This one might have took you up here and took you back here, but you stick with the same thing. If it closed back here, same thing here.
Right.
So you could, even if you took this, lost this, took this, you're still ahead of the game.
Right.
You still get the up 22 pips here. If you take it to 1, you're up 25 pips here. You're up here, but you held it, so you cross here, you close the position, so you lose that one. You get the re-entry here, you get 35. So you got 22, 25, 35, you're still ahead of the game. You take this one right here, you still get another 18. Now these, you said, okay, I'm done at some point. Work with the known.
Right, right. Sure.
I don't know if it's gonna stop here or it's gonna stop up here, but I know what, if this is in a choppy situation, I'm taking this for profit. If it breaks out, then I'm gonna do something else. But for right now, I'm taking all of this. Like I get a strong one like this one, I might let it run. But if it closes back outside on me, I'm taking what I got. Right?
Yes.
So that's why I like the magic trend, because it gives me my known. I don't know where it's gonna go, but I know if it goes above this, I'm done. I don't want no parts of it. Just like this right here, you're done.
Right.
If you're still taking the buy to close this one, this one kills you. Or if it spikes you or whatever, you don't want nothing below it. Everything you take is to go up. Right?
Right, right.
Anyway, that's our known. Work with what you know. What you don't know is where you're taking your risk.
Ian's still alive.
Yeah, it's I don't think it has much going on. It's been flat for too long. There's really nothing going on in this pair. Let's keep it moving. Let's go over to pound yen, see what they're doing before we close up shop here. Pound yen ain't really doing nothing either right now. Yep, we're just still in compression mode. Okay. Let's see what gold did today.
Huh.
Gold look ugly today. Gosh. I can't even. Gold ain't, because it's compressing. You see that?
That's gold.
Yeah, compressing is hard trading, man. You trade compressing, you're asking for trouble.
XAU is gold.
Yeah.
Gold US dollar.
American. If you look over here, go down to XAU is US gold.
Okay.
Gold versus US dollar. I thought they had the other gold too.
Okay, that's.
I had one broker that even got stocks in their portfolio. This broker just has crude oil and it got Brent oil. So gold went back. Oil went back up. It fell all the way to almost
12 or something. So you can wait up.
$12. Let's see, what was the low on oil? Let me see. I was thinking about I'm like, oil can't stay that long for long. I don't have oil. I do have Bitcoin.
But
Let's
the
see
thing
what's
is,
going on.
when the oil was down, the economy did stop too, so you didn't want to get it.
I got out of Bitcoin. I was in Bitcoin. I got back in, I should say. Bitcoin ain't doing nothing this week. Look at Bitcoin. Ain't doing nothing this week. It's in the buy zone. It just ain't doing nothing. I got in Bitcoin. Went back. I got in at 70. I got in right here. And I rode it up to I got out at 8 something. I got out somewhere when it hit 8,000 from down there. I just got out and I've been waiting ever since. But I was riding it for months.
Oh.
Because I got in, let's go to the daily. I got in around here, but I wasn't looking at no charts. I just bought it. then that thing dragged me all the way. Because I wasn't looking at the chart. I just said, whatever. But I held it. Then when it came back, started to come back up from when it hit 4, started to come back up. And I saw that it was at 6. I said, that thing hit 7, I'm going to get it. So once it hit the high 6s, I started looking at the chart. I said, I'm going to buy it. Because I just buy it through the Cash App.
Yeah.
So I bought it on the Cash App right here. And then as soon as that sucker hit 8,000, because I mean, it was the same money I had for me. I only got back my money back. But because I added the extra position here, I was able to ride that up.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to trade it on this. I don't know what 10 cents is. I don't know how they do, how much money I'm putting on it, because it moves so much. Like this little move right here is 500 points.
Whoa.
I don't know if that's 510 cents. You know, I don't know how to calculate it.
Right.
So I want to take a chance and maybe we'll do that right now. Let's see. Take it off that dollar. I can't do. Let's see how much is that 10 cents. No, I don't want to mess with this thing. I don't know. I don't. I just watch the price on this. I ain't messing with that stuff. Let's see if Euro Yen doing anything. Man, I hate that. Like the pairs you're not watching look like it's the one. Ian been rocking all night. Finally, we decide to look at it, and it does nothing.
It's sleeping.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this one, this one did a little something. But look at all these candles, and it only did 26 points. Slow. In 3 hours, it did 35 points.
Oh.
Because it didn't do nothing today. It moved 62 points in how many hours? 17 hours.
Whoa.
Shoot. None. That's why I can't work those slow pairs, man. Slow player guy. I can't. Like Euro dollar, I've been knocking Euro dollar, but maybe with all this Trump stuff, it's starting to. Let's see what Euro dollar did. Euro dollar did 780. It's not bad for Euro dollar. I get good spread on Euro dollar. My spread is like less than 1.
Wow. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. We should have been looking at, maybe we should have been over here. Gosh, look at that. We would have ate this up, man. Our bad. Looking at that EN, man. EN failed me today. Well, let's count Euro dollars. Did 81 in its 17 hours. It did 81. The last 2 hours, going back the last 2 hours we've been on, it did 30 points. But what I do with pairs like this, I stack it. It doesn't move fast, so I stack it more. You know what I mean? Meaning, whatever, if I would normally take one trade at $3, I'll probably put a $9 one on this one. So every 10 pips I'm getting, it's like I'm getting 30 pips. You understand? Hello? Hello? Okay, YouTube, we came to the end of another session. Wish we had a little bit more action, but since we didn't, we only could do what the market gives us. So this is Wednesday, and maybe we can get some action later on tonight, so we could show you or show some trades. All right, have a good day.